Hey guys, welcome to another video from Historic Militaria. Today we're going to be looking at a pair of F1 grenades, which these are a Soviet design but not Soviet manufacturer. Both of these came from the Balkan region. Whether or not the grenade bodies themselves were made in the Balkans is open to discussion, but let's take a look at what we're looking at here. This first one right here is a very nicely, obviously, professionally factory-made grenade. It's got a marking, looks like a 56 or 58 on it. And then it also has a stylized P on it right there. And it is outfitted with the typical Yugoslav army practice fuse that you would see on Croatian or Bosnian grenades, which were sort of repurposed. They would use a grenade body, and then they would screw in the practice grenade fuse because they didn't have fuses or standardized fuses for their hand grenades. So they would use the standard practice fuse with a improvised detonator, and you would have a grenade ready to go. I know that some Balkan states did actually make F1 grenade bodies, and most likely this is a Balkan-produced copy of an F1. Whether or not it was made by whom, it's kind of open to interpretation, but it gives you an idea of some of the stuff that was being used was pretty professional. This does have the remnants of a yellow paint around its olive drab, and just all in all, it's a well-made grenade. This could be really any state level quality. You could see that on, if this was a Russian-made grenade or a Bulgarian or any of those countries that use these, it would be very, very typical. On the other hand, we've got this one, which is another F1 type. As you can see, it is incredibly primitive. It's got rough casting. It's actually in the casting itself is sort of a dent. This actually is an indentation here, and it's not damage to the grenade body. It's just plain the actual casting of the grenade. There's a good chance that this one actually came from the Middle East, that it was made there. The interesting thing about this one is that it is outfitted with a Swiss fuse. As you can see, it's actually marked, and that is a Swiss type fuse made in Switzerland. And this one actually is threaded specifically for this. It will not fit a standard Soviet or Eastern Bloc fuse. So a really interesting grenade, came out of the Balkans. Who exactly made the body is open to interpretation. It could have been made by really who knows who. Where they got the Swiss fuse is even more interesting. I do know a lot of Swiss equipment has shown up. Certainly grenade fuses have shown up in Turkey. They have shown up in Syria. They do show up. So obviously Swiss military gear is in war zones around the world. This one is probably from the 1990s, and this one is probably as well. But give you an idea of what was being used in the Balkans during the Civil War. We've also taken a look at some other ones which are, locally made in local towns. This one definitely locally made. This one may have been made more at a state level. But if you know more about these, if you have something to add that would be useful to sort of everybody knowing more about these, I'd love to hear from you. So please do a like, a subscribe, comment, and kind of help out on a really unknown part of hand grenade history. And look forward to getting some input on these. Thanks for watching.